And here we are, in the wet tissue flyer, the glorious Mantis. High skill, high reward if you're fishing the right waters. All right then, let's get started. Echo, give 'em the play-by-play, yeah? I'll keep my eyes on the sticks.
You got it. First things first, before you even put your butt in the chair, you're going to want to start with the loadout. The two most important parts are the repeaters and shield generators. Make sure you've got the highest DPS in slot. Panthers are good enough, but salvaged gear and MBD-30s are the best. After that's all bolted down, you're going to want to swap out the shield generators. Best in slot is military grade A, the FR-66. That'll do the most to keep you alive, because like Des said, this ship doesn't have 2 hit points to rub together. Your biggest allies are speed and a little luck. Once that's all sorted, you're ready to get into position. Best way to find a busy trade route? Check the popular hauler tutorials. They ain't trying to hand pirates a roadmap, but it's solid intel on where the sheep herds are migrating. Once you've got a route locked in, there's a real handy tool, the Dolus Snare Plan website. I'll drop the link in the description for you. That site gives you the exact parameters on where to drop out a quantum, so you land in the perfect spot to set the snare. Once you're in position, watch real close how Des dials power into the systems. The Mantis is just as fragile on the inside as her hull HP, so don't get sloppy. You'll notice if you don't have at least 3 bars of power, you can't even start charging the snare, so balance it proper. If you've done all that and it still won't spool, don't sweat it. The Mantis just didn't like the order of which butt cheek hit that fine Robert's leather. Easy fix. Jump in the same direction you're already headed, then drop out of hyperspace immediately. After that, you should be able to start charging the snare. Once the snare's charging, it takes a full 100 seconds to spool. When it turns green, you light it up. At that point, anyone riding your route gets yanked out of hyperspace, and if you're lucky, straight into a juicy payout. Just remember, this takes discipline and patience. The moment you rip someone out of hyperspace, kill the snare on your left and bring up the dampener on your right. Do it fast. The snare yanks them out, but the dampener's what keeps them from spooling their drive again. Keep your target inside 12 clicks, or they'll slip the leash and vanish. Des will walk you through it a few times. Once you see it done proper, it sticks. Once you've got the rhythm of catching targets, the next trick is knowing who to bite. Truth is, snare a fighter and odds are you're booking a one-way ride to the meat printer. To keep the odds in your favour, stay quiet. Let the small fish swim, keeps the whales none the wiser about where you're hunting. Start popping everything that moves and they'll raise alarms, blubbering, on every channel for all to hear. Remember to keep to the code. Surprise is your closest ally. There we go. That's the kind of catch you want. A raft stacks the odds right in your favour. Keep yourself out of their line of fire and just pour it on, clip after clip. It's like water torture. Slow, relentless, but sooner or later that loop piñata pops. I'll spare you the messy bits and skip straight to the end. If your target suddenly freezes up mid-fight, odds are he's trying to call for help. Don't lose sleep over it though. Haulers almost never fly with escorts. Every now and then you win the bad luck lottery and everything goes sideways. Truth be told, it takes a special kind of crazy to try this solo, but nobody ever said being a pirate was easy. This is the moment you're tempted to punch a kitten, lose your cool and throw yourself a proper pity party. But times like these, this is what separates a pirate from everyone else. From the outside looking in, they love to judge, saying what we do is easy. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Captain Carton. You can roll over, take the loss like a coward and prove 'em right, or
you rise from the ashes of defeat, bring the gas, bring the matches, and scream into the void, everything burns. We're pirates. We never concede. We never surrender. And above all, we never stop.
True enough. There'll be moments you wonder why you do this at all. But if you never relent, the Void has a funny way of smiling back, usually by handing you the same jackasses who just knocked you down. You can run, or you can do what Des did. He stayed still. He stayed focused. Worst thing he did was crack a smile as he looked into the eyes of something he wanted more than loot. He wanted to settle the score. Of course, this lesson runs deeper than just showing you the ropes. What we're talking about now is what you're truly made of. You gonna fold or go all in? Keep grinding that same pointless loop of mission and reward, or answer the call of the Void. Chart your own path. Live by your own code. No orders, no apologies, just freedom. If you take that road, the path less sailed, let me be the first to welcome you to the Brotherhood under the Black Flag.
Look at these two boy lovers, huddled up in the same cockpit, feeling each other's hot breath. They're so wrapped up staring into each other's eyes, they don't even notice what's lobbing duct tape grenades at them.
Best leave these two to their honeymoon. They've probably got a lot on their minds.